city. Boy are words that represent all the books, cities and boys respectively. Similarly, you can ask the students if they have seen the Republic Day parade on TV. Most of them would have seen it. Now, pose this question as who are those doing the parade? They would say it is the soldiers who perform it. You can ask them, what do we call a group of soldiers? They would certainly say army. Then you can make it clear that names given to a group of one kind are collective nouns. Here, army is a collective noun. Another example can be taken up with the class, which is a group of students. The word here is class. The fourth kind of noun, as we know, is the material noun. You can ask the students what all do they see in the kitchen at their homes. They may say utensils, boxes of flour, spice, etc. Tell them that the utensils and the boxes are made up of steel, that is a material. The names we give to the materials are material nouns. Give some other examples, which can be gold, silver, etc. The fifth kind can be explained as the meaning of its name, that is abstract. The word abstract represents ideas or feelings and not the physical thing. When you explain this to the students, they would know that abstract nouns are used for feelings or qualities. Here, you may ask the students to express their feelings, qualities or ideas in words. They will come up with the examples of abstract nouns like this: kindness, honesty, beauty, etc. After having given the idea of noun and its kind, you can do some exercise in the class. Give different sentences to students and ask them to pick kinds of nouns from them. Let's take up an example. Delhi is the capital of India. Now ask the students to identify the nouns used in the sentence. Discuss what kind of noun they are. Tell them that Delhi is the name of a particular city. Therefore, it is a proper noun. You can use another sentence to explain it. For example, gold is important due to its shine. The nouns used here are gold and shine. The students should now be asked to classify them. They would certainly say that gold is a material and therefore comes under material noun, and shine is a quality that would fall under abstract noun. In a single sentence, you can cover all the kinds. Gandhi, everyone in the class knows, a man with a stick of wood and goodness of saint. You can take out examples of each kind of noun and explain them to the students. Proper noun, that is Gandhi. Common noun, a stick. Collective noun, a class. Material noun, wood. And abstract noun here would be goodness. Before you switch over to the next topic, it would be useful to introduce some terms that are associated with nouns and that define some properties of nouns. These are: number 1, number; 2, gender; and 3, case. You can ask the monitor of the class to report the presence in the class. He or she may say it is 35. Ask another student, how many chapatis does he or she take? This way, the students will themselves come up with the examples of number. You can just help them out by defining. Number is a word that tells us about the quantity of people or objects. The kind of number can now be discussed. 1, singular number, and 2, plural number. To make it simpler to the students, you can explain that the number 1, the word is derived from singularity, being 1. You can ask the students how many of them play in the football team. They would say that 11 players play in one team. Then ask them, how many captains are there in a team? They would say, there is only one captain in a team. Then make it clear that since the number of players is 11, we use the word players, which is a plural. Whereas, since there is only one captain, we call him or her the captain, which is singular. Singular number refers to. The word plural can be explained to have been formed from plurality, that is, being one. We can explain it with sentences. For example, a boy is waiting. Here you are talking of one boy waiting. The word boy is singular and is preceded by a, that is meaning one. If we say some boys are waiting, here we talk of boys preceded by some, which indicates plurality. Thus, boys is plural. Here, it is important to tell the students about how we form plural words from singular words. There are certain rules that we already know. Now we can tell the students that these rules are: number 1, we add s behind the singular word. That is, the word is suffixed. 2, if the word, that is a noun, contains s, ss, sh or x as the last letter, we suffix it with es. Also, if the word ends with letters ch and sound ch, we add es. Number 3, if the noun contains y as the last letter and is preceded by a consonant, we replace y with ies. Number 4, if the noun contains y at last but is preceded by a vowel, we simply add f. Number 5, if the noun contains o at last and is preceded by a consonant, we add es. Number 6, if the noun contains f or fe as last letters, we replace them by ves. You can give relevant examples with the rules to make it easier for the students to comprehend them. There are some anomalies which need to be discussed. If we have f or fe at last, we simply add s, such as singular, plural. Singular roof, plural becomes roofs. Singular chief, plural becomes chiefs. Singular dwarf, plural becomes dwarfs. Coming to number 7, if the noun has o as the last letter and is preceded by another vowel,